trick now. I know it. Hi, my name is Denise Marie Nichols. This is One Unique You. Oh my God, this is the third time I'm doing this. So welcome. I come in here on Sundays to kind of introduce the topic for the week. And in this case, the topic for the week is love. Actually, that's the topic for the month. But the topic for the week is self-love. And so if you're not already in my You Are Well Facebook community group, I'm saying this for the third time, this is a really good week to get in to help you. I will give some ideas on how we can begin the process to love ourselves. And we're going to talk about that. The pin post, what does that mean? If you would like a text every Monday morning, I send them out. And it's just a positive. It's got a really nice picture and it has some nice quote either for myself or a famous person, just to kind of lift your spirits and start our week off on the right foot. And then on Fridays, if you'd like, I send out free recipes, seasonal healthy ones on Fridays. And I do it on Fridays so that like when people usually shop like on Fridays and Saturdays, they can, if they like the recipe, they can go out and get the goodies. So if you would like that, just comment recipes and I'll get you those as well. Okay, so topic at hand, self-love. Oh, here we go. We see self-love stuff everywhere, right? You can go into any store and you see self-love candles or affirmation cards or pillowcases even. There's probably essential oils called self-love. And we see it everywhere like it's really that easy. We also see our good friends, usually TikTok and Instagram. We see a lot of influences out there just like, practice self-love. Just look at yourself and say, I love me. And that's actually called toxic positivity, where we're just saying things and without any real processes to do them. So it's true, you know, once in a while, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I love myself, that will work. But for the most part, honestly, it is more of a process than just spouting quotes. I spout quotes all the time. I love quotes. I love watching quotes. I love finding quotes to give to people. But quotes themselves is just one like small piece of what you can do to actually celebrate yourself with self-love. Many people, self-love goes a lot deeper than just a quote or affirmation card. What does even self-love mean? Well, of course, it's being kinder and more accepting of yourself. And why is it important is because, first of all, it's good and helpful for your own mental wellness and for healthier relationships with others. That's the big deal. It is a healthier relationship with others. If you do not have some kind of love and acceptance for yourself, you are going to have a very difficult time relating with loved ones, family, friends, spouse, whatever. So it is important to start the process of loving yourself for that reason. But for a variety of factors, some of us have a more difficult time than others really getting through it. It could be a trauma response, years of self-criticism, society, you know, the norms of society. All of those things can make it very difficult for you to practice self-love or to find self-love. So I do want you to think of it as a practice, not a final destination, because it is a forever thing and it's a process, it's a journey, and it's a good thing. Like the rest of the world and everything in our lives, things go up and down. So one day you may look at yourself and be like, okay, I'm looking pretty good today. And then the next day you might go, oh my God, like who is that person in the mirror? And you know, we have ups and downs, just like everything else. You have ups and downs. It's not going to be like it's not a fairy tale. You're not going to sit in a cloud of self-love. I wish we could, but you know, situations happen in our lives which make that difficult. You know, you say the wrong thing. For whatever reason, you don't think you look as good as you should, or you know, someone says something to you and you take it to heart as it's the God's gospel truth, without really looking at what's being said. If thinking about loving yourself is too difficult for whatever reason, at least think about the process of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance can be a beautiful beginning to go towards the road of self-love. Sometimes love tends to imply perfection. We think fairy tale, we think princesses, we think, I used to read Harlequin novels when I was a young girl, and it was always perfect, right? Boy meets girl, and for whatever reason, they don't know that they love each other, and then one of them leaves, and then misses the other one, and then they come back and live happily ever after. And who doesn't love a happily ever after ending? But that isn't quite realistic when it comes to ourselves, right? It isn't. We will have good days, we will have bad days, even on loving ourselves, and just like any other relationship you would have, because you have a relationship with yourself, believe it or not. And it would be good if we could love ourselves more often than we do. So this isn't about perfection. Self-love is about a process, a practice of getting there, okay? Because like I said, we do fall, and it's about getting back up. And for a lot of us, it's a habit. Like accepting compliments, some of us, it's really hard for us to do that. That's a habit. And just like it takes time for a habit to form, it takes time and practice for a habit to go away. So why is it so important? Why did I decide to dedicate an entire week to it? Because honestly, self-love motivates much of our behavior, our positive behavior, and it reduces harmful behavior. So it's a win-win, right? Increase the positive behavior, decrease any harmful behavior within ourselves. It empowers us to take risks. It does. It empowers us to take risks, but it also empowers us to say no to things that we, don't want to do or don't work for us. So that's another win-win situation. Building self-compassion, self-love, it helps us take care of ourselves, lowers stress, and it strives for us to be more successful in whatever we're doing, okay? It is extremely important. So in the group this week, now I've just talked a little bit, and this was supposed to be short, even though I had 3 tries. I'm giving you just a general why is self-love important for you, and that it is a process. But in the group, we will be doing little things to practice it throughout the week. We're going to try and reform our thinking, change our thought processes. I do a lot of that because it's important. We are very much a slave to our thoughts. But what's good is if you think of it that way, what's good is if you think of it as an escape, then we're really not slaves, because we tend to think that we're a slave to our thoughts, and we are, but we're actually not, because we're in control, and we don't realize we're in control, or we think it's too hard. And while it might be a little difficult, it's not that hard. Like, you can do this. We all can do this. So I really look forward to this week in the group, to have really some practical things to do to increase our self-love or self-acceptance. And so I welcome you to join us this week for our self-love introspection. And I would really like for you to be there when we talk about it. So if you're interested, let me know. Just say self-love in the comments and I'll get you in that group. And that's what we're going to talk about all week. Just how to better accept and love ourselves. And you may think, well, I already do love myself. And you probably do. If your mind is in there, hi, Julie. If your mind is there, then you probably do. But it wouldn't hurt to learn some more things, because like I said, it goes up and down. We've got crests and troughs, and it helps to get those ideas for when you're in the downslide, right? And then this will help you get back to the upswing a little bit faster. Necessary for you to have healthy relationships. They talk about can't pour from an empty cup, and well, yes, I want you to love yourself so that you can have healthy relationships, but I don't want you to always think about the other person, because you matter. It is important that you love yourself too. We love our children, you love your spouse, your mother, your siblings, friends, that's wonderful. But the beginnings of love should always start here with you. And that's actually harder, I think. It's harder to love yourself. It's much easier to love others, right? It's much easier to give a compliment than receive one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Oh, okay. Bye.